welcome today, guys. Second podcast. We're down at Orwich RMI. We've got Nick Culkin, ex-United goalkeeper, played for various teams. He just listened to a bit about him and some of the fun stuff and all about being a professional.
Nick, you started off at, where was it, York, was it, as a youth academy player? Was you a scholar there or was you an apprentice?
Thanks for inviting me on, guys, first and foremost. I really appreciate that. It's good to be here. Where did I start? Yeah, I was born in York, so my local professional club was York City, and I was playing for my local team just outside York, Stamford Bridge, and York picked me up from a young age, from about 12. I worked through their little team under 12s, 13s, and then eventually got offered of what they call then a YTS scheme, a 2-year deal. Then that's where it all started for me. Then
What league were they then?
They were the equivalent of League Two
Good luck
at that time. Yeah.
How old were you then?
The apprentice. I left school, went straight into it at 16 full time. They were great days then. The YTS. Good time. Yeah, but I was with the players who had been through all the teams with, so it was just a natural transition for us all to go full time. So the team we've been playing together for years, and it was a successful team as well then.
Who was the manager there then?
Oh, a guy called Alan Little. His brother Brian Little was manager at Villa.
Wow.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, a while ago, but a long time ago now. But yeah, Alan Little was the manager at that time then, yeah.
European days that then, his brother?
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. Yeah, I reckon it would have been, yeah.
Did you get picked up? Were you in the net all the time? Have you always been?
I've always been in goal, mate. Yeah, I've always been in goal because I'm not a massive fan of running, and I'm a little bit like don't mind getting like it with a ball and stuff like that, and like throwing my head in where shouldn't really. Not many people would do that, and like taking a dig and stuff like that, and I like the physical part of it. So I've always been in goal, mate. I played outfield in a charity game the other day, actually. I am absolutely horrendous. I am horrendous. You'd never think I played football for a living. You wouldn't. Honestly, I have 2 left feet. I don't know where to stand. I ain't got a clue. I ain't got put me in goal, then I can do that with my eyes shut.
Every goalkeeper I played with, they're a different character, different person. Like, you've got 22 lads and we've got one goalkeeper. That goalkeeper, he would not, like, every times I've been smacked in the head when I'm winning the ball and he's come out and he don't out or back. Have you had any like moments where you just like clean your centre halves out?
Not many of them. Yeah, I love it, and we get up celebrating.
You celebrate it like a goal?
All the way through my career, there, smashing centre halves.
Did you ever do that to Danny Shitu?
No, you try.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Danny Shitu, right? Danny Shitu once. I signed at QPR, and we've done pre-season. There's the first season, first game was coming of the season, and it was a Friday, so we're doing a little bit of shooting, crossing and finishing. And I've saved this shot, and it's gone in for the rebound's gone out to him, so I've thrown myself to block it, and he's literally 2 yards, and he has smashed this ball, right, and it has hit my foot and basically twisted my ankle, ripped all my ligaments apart. Honestly,
Is that during
the
season?
power of him, he is a unit, that guy.
Yeah, during season, that as well.
Right before the first game of season, put me out.
Put you out?
That's my story at QPR. I kept getting injured all the time.
He played there with Carlisle, is he called?
Carlisle,
Yeah, great lad. Yeah.
Was he a good lad as well? Yeah.
Brilliant.
He had a good little career in, didn't he, as well?
Great career. One of the most clever.
Right, dancing.
What is it? Like the camera falling?
He's had
I've been in
problems that are well documented.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I saw him a couple of years ago. We had a 20-year reunion at QPR from when we got promoted. The team got back together, and I saw him again there. He's in good spirits, so
that's good.
Good, yeah.
Okay, going back, you said obviously you played for grassroots, got picked up young, straight to York, playing days at York. Where was it from where you thought, do you know what, I've made it there, you've done your YTS, what was next? Like,
So I never finished the YTS at York.
Did you not?
No, I got it was a 2-year deal when I was 16, just turned 16, and we did the first season, really successful season. Came second in the league there. Had a really good FA Cup youth run. Got knocked out against Sheffield United in the later stages, and then started the second season. And it got to August. Done pre-season. It got to August, and that's when Man United came in.
Wow.
York had they'd been watching me for about 8 months during that first season at York. A scout called Les Kershaw and Dave Bushell. Dave's still there at United. I speak to him all the time. And they'd been watching me, and York had drawn. York's first team had drawn Man United away in what was then the Coca-Cola Cup, the League Cup, if you want.
Wow, yeah, cool.
And we were playing away at Old Trafford. I wasn't involved in the squad, but what I didn't know was a deal was done before that game for me to go to Man United. And York won at Old Trafford that night. I think it was 3-0.
Wow.
Yeah, a striker called Paul Barnes, who was a legend at York. Yeah, great. He scored a couple and what have you. And it was the next morning when I found out I was called to the manager's office. That's when I found out.
So you're 17 then?
17, just turned 17. Yeah, just turned 17. Was in, the football was going really well. I was very focused.
So what year is that, 95?
95 it was, mate, yeah.
And then, would you, when under a YTS at United then, play the youth team?
So what happened was, I went to see, the manager called me in his office at York and said, Man United's coming for you, the deal was done last night. And I was always a York City supporter because it was my local club, and I really wanted to play for York's first team. So I said to all a little stupidly, like, what if I wanted to stay? I really want to play for the first team. It's like my boyhood club and stuff like that. He goes, the deal's already done. There's no choice. You're going because we need the money for a new training ground.
How much would they fee on that?
So you paid for their new training ground,
Yeah.
basically.
Then it's still in it.
That's quite impressive. I was going to say this, Phil. That's quite impressive, that though.
It's still in it to this day. The deal was worth $250,000.
That's really good.
Yeah. So as a 17-year-old going to Man United, and that was on like the Thursday morning. Before I knew it, I was driving down to. I wasn't driving. I was going down to United on Monday. Started on the Monday, and that's when. I didn't even sign a contract. I went to see the manager. Sir Alex, went to see him on the Monday when I got to the Cliff training ground, and he goes, "Just get a kit on to start training."
Wow.
Not even negotiated a deal or anything. I just went, "All right, of course I'm going to do that."
So that's before you even turn up and put pen to paper.
Not sign anything.
So he
Just got the
wanted
training.
to see.
He wanted to see what, and what I didn't know was I was walking into an absolute training session, shooting session again, and the shooting session was with Eric Cantona and Andy Cole.
What?
So I'm turning up as a 17-year-old, going from
No way.
a small club like York to an absolutely worldwide club, one of the most famous, biggest clubs in the
What
world.
were you feeling there though? Because
I was absolutely shitting myself.
About to say, 17-year-old and you wanted to stay and go to there.
So they wanted to see what I was all about. It was a little test, and I knew it was a bit of a test because all the coaches were watching. They'd done a bit of training. I've turned up to. I've got there late, and I'd walked straight in. No warm up, just straight in. But I actually did all right.
Yeah.
I did all right. Yeah.
So you was there. So I take it you had like Schmeichel would have been there.
Schmeichs was there.
Van de Gaal.
He'd not turned up
He'd
yet.
not turned up. Who else
so
were there then?
Schmeichs, Kev Pilkinson, top keeper.
Wow.
Top career. And there was just a couple of youth team keepers and myself.
Wow.
At that time.
You're
yeah.
facing Cantona and Cole.
Yeah, of course he's coming in, Cantona finishing, doing his little tricks and all that, sending me all over the place. But I'll always remember it because how can you not remember your first training session there? It was at Littleton Road, which was about a mile away from the Cliff.
So that's where like Winton play now, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So did it feel that in that situation where you've
Well,
not even
yeah,
put pen to paper
I was a
and
little-
having shots at?
I was a little bit, right, well, this is what it's going to be like now, so better get used to it quick. And the standard was massive difference to what I was used to. And I found that out really quick, the standard, the quickness of it, the quickness of thought of the players, the ability. That's with no disrespect to the York City players at that time, but we're talking now world-class players at a time where the club at United was starting to be hugely successful after many years without a trophy.
So with that, I can imagine, obviously we're talking early 90s, but United was still United, obviously Fergie just come there. Were these people you sort of seen and looked up to, being a York fan, or back then was it kind of different, you were just on your team? Because when you walked in, were a bit starstruck, or was there any of that going on, or was it just work, football?
York were, so York were my home team, but I'd always wanted to play for Man United, if I'm honest. Looking at the bigger picture, I don't think there's many young kids who wouldn't want to play for Man United or the bigger clubs to be the best version as that they can be. So my ambition always was to be at a top club, and I was lucky enough to get it that early. So walking into it, seeing the players like the 92, the Giggsies, Keane's there, Scholesy, Giggsy, all Nevs, all them legends, was a little bit like, took a bit of getting used to. It did take a bit of getting used to be honest, but.
So they're 2 years older than you are then, 2, 3?
The 92 lads were, they're 2, 3 years older than me.
You grew up quick, pretty much, didn't you?
I had no choice, it was sink or swim time,
That's when mature there, didn't you? In football,
that's it, so...
Being a presence in there.
Something with tough though, football when it was a bit...
Not like it is now, is it?
Yeah, it was different on it.
Yeah, you had to cope with it. To be at that club, you need to be mentally strong. Not just for the football side, but to carry the weight of the shirt and the badge.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Precious in it.
Yeah, you see it now. You see it now with players who can't cope with it. They've got loads of ability and been successful elsewhere at other clubs, but they can't carry the weight of the club, the shirt, the badge. It's massive.
Said a lot about Man United, don't you? Some
it's
people
massive.
Don't realise, and especially you won't realise until you've had to wear the shirt.
It's huge. It's
big
huge.
pressure in it.
Oh, it's a completely different ball game to any other club that I've been at.
Biggest club in the world, aren't they? They are, hands down.
Especially in those times as well.
Even in that era as well.
Yeah, with that manager, you didn't want to let him down because you fucking knew about it.
So how long then? So say you said like you went on that training ground, didn't even go in, you're facing Cantona and Cole smashing shots at you, you're diving around like a blue eyes fly.
Yeah.
How long then since like obviously you went to that session? Did he come out and watch? Did he speak to you, or did you get called in, or do you know before you put?
Oh, was it someone else who would deal
Who
with
was this,
that?
the manager?
Yeah. McLaren say something, or
No, McLaren wasn't there at the time. It was Brian Kidd was the
oh, was it?
assistant. Kiddo was the assistant there, and no, I didn't get called in. I just did what I was told. They were all watching. It's like everyone was watching. It was like ridiculous. And I'm thinking, I don't even know what I'm getting paid. I don't know how long I'm signing. They could tell me to fuck off right now. This could be a disaster.
Like a Brian Clough moment, I don't know.
It could be a disaster and I've been stitched right up. But,
so I'm worried to them, you got like you went to sport to somewhere. What was the process after that?
Well, we finished the session. I had some lunch in the canteen at the Cliff. And then they drove me to Old Trafford. Then that's when I met the chairman. Sir Alex was there. I had an agent from the PFA turn up. I didn't know anything about it. He was just a yes man. He was just a yes man. Yes man. And then they showed me around the club, and then I had changing rooms all everywhere around the club. It's brilliant. Albert Kitman, who was a kitman then, he showed me my mum round there and my stepdad. And we sat down and said, this is what I'm going to offer you. I'm going to offer you a 4-year deal, starting on 300 quid a week, 350, 400, 450. Bearing in mind I was on 30 quid a week.
So it's a massive step there.
So I've done the lottery here. And then 20 grand sign-on fee.
Wow, massive.
5 a year, yeah. So that's 95. So
that's quality, that,
I'm thinking,
Probably around the
I'm
time,
winning
30
here,
years
and I'm
ago.
winning.
I
Well,
thought the PFA representative might have negotiated a little bit more, maybe like started at 400, but he just said, yeah, just sign it.
Just
Yeah,
took
just sign it.
it.
I just signed it. I didn't even negotiate it. On paper, it looked great. There was like, if I played a certain amount of games, it was going up to like 10 grand, and if I played for England, I'd get, I don't know, 50 or something like that. On paper, you should have seen the noughts in it. Like, but to get to that stage, it was going to take some doing, but it was brilliant.
Do you remember what day that was? Like what date?
Day, so I think I signed, I don't know the exact day, but it was towards the end of August.
Right, so a bit later. I'm thinking that obviously it's getting around the 30 year
It might
mark.
have been
innit?
September. It might have been September.
Obviously, if that was
Could have been
95,
September.
going on 30 years now. That's
Yeah.
pretty mad. So then, well, you just played through then the U team because you made your debut in '99. So those 4 years were you just academy football.
That's right. Yeah. So I just then started at the bottom. So, and them days it was the A and B team. It was the A and B team. So I started made my debut in the B team against Liverpool, a 3-0 win at home, which was good. Again, watched by the gaffer and many others, which was a good start, a really good start. And that's where it all started. So I chipped away at the A and B team, doing the best I could on Saturdays, and then every so often I'd get a chance in the reserves. And the reserve teams back in that day were absolutely brilliant because it was, you get loads of first team players coming back from injury and stuff like that. It was called the Pontins League. And you could go to places. We were going to places sometimes. I remember going to Sunderland for a reserve game, 25,000 watching. They just they'd had a new signing.
Was that down at Sunderland now?
Yeah, Stadium of Light.
Yeah.
And they were even then we were winning leagues. A and B team, all the teams were successful throughout United at that time, winning everything. So it was a dead good experience, mate. So for the first 3 or 4 years, I was just playing in them games, A, B, and the reserves, but I was doing a lot of training with the first team. Schmeichs was like managing his injuries and stuff like that, and then so then it would give me an opportunity to like go in with the first team, and then that's when you see the standard.
So who was the second choice keeper then?
Kev Pilkinson.
Right,
And then Raymond came in. Kev left.
I was going to say because he was.
Raymond came in.
Because he was the keeper on the bench when on the final Champions League final.
Yeah, it was. Raymond was.
Raymond,
Even though he was injured.
Was he?
Yeah, he was injured. He'd hurt his foot, but he knew Schmeichs was coming off.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Warrior.
Even if he had no fault, Schmeichel, he won't.
You won't come over in the Champions League final, would you?
No.
What were it like under him then? Like.
Well, he was carrying an injury. He was carrying an injury. I thought I'd had a chance. I was in the squad. I was in the 25-man squad. We measured up for the suit, got the suit and all that. We had a big photograph of us all in the suit. So, yeah, I needed someone to get injured to have a chance at that. So I think the win bonus was like 50 grand or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 150 if you're a sub.
And at that time, that was a lot when it comes.
Ridiculous
Some players
money.
now that's nothing, is it? But back then, that.
Ridiculous money now. It's
that was
ridiculous
no
money now,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd like to know what it is now, but
No, but I mean, if you got players on 300k,
oh,
you get 100 grand up with on 300k a week.
and then buy an house. Land days and buy an house outright.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's the build-up to a Champions League final? What's it like, especially under Ferguson?
Well, that season, mate, was special because it was a treble season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So going back then, sorry, just to, rather than starting in the middle of the season, let's just take it back because obviously '99, that's the season you made your debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how early in the season was that?
August.
And
Wow.
did you do the full pre-season with the first team?
Yeah. I went away on pre-season tour to Denmark and Norway. We did a Scandinavian tour over there, and I think I got 45 minutes out of it. Schmeichs played all of it, most of it, to be fair to him. He must have needed it. I was there as backup, and then Schmeichs came off at half time in one game and gave me a chance, and that went really well. The 45 minutes went really
Who
well.
were that against? Can you remember?
Yeah, a team called, I think it was called Brann, BABRANN, something like that. And that went well. So, but I trained well all throughout it away there. So I was in and around the first team a lot of that time. Then, like I said, Schmeichel had a bad back injury that he had to just nurse himself through it. He knew what he was doing. So
it was off the back of the Premier League when,
yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Wow.
So you got that. Right, so then Arsenal debut, home or away?
Highbury away.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
What were that like, that atmosphere back then? Because obviously you're talking, you've got all the stuff that goes on in the tunnel with Kino and Vieira, you've got all Eugene, who's drying people and stuff. What was that like walking into that?
Well, we knew there were big games, weren't there? There were proper games then.
It was, yeah.
What?
Two decent teams.
Was it 2000 that kit, the key moment, or was it 99 that?
No, it might
Like
have been
2004 or
99.
something.
No,
Because that was a
Which
high
moment?
game,
Oh, well,
In
with
the
Gary
tunnel.
Neville in the tunnel.
Yeah.
that was
That was in the
further on.
It was
wasn't it?
2000s that.
Yeah.
It did start. I
I'm
think,
thinking of the kit. That's what
It
I
was
think.
Vieira and
Vieira
Keane when he had that
moment.
blue top on. And he
That was
That's
the
the game.
That's the game, yeah.
the
Yeah.
network one with the BT Cellnet.
So what year was that?
99.
99,
So
yeah.
did you play that game?
Yeah, I didn't play in it. I came on a sub.
Right.
And I mean, we can go into that. I mean, the build-up, brilliant. The build-up to the game, we knew what it was all about. We knew winning at Highbury was massive psychologically as well, obviously. And it was the time when those two great centre midfielders, Keane and Vieira, going at it, and it was just beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning to watch. So, yeah, we were 2-0 up. I think we went 2-0 up and they got one back. And then right at the end, I thought it was all over. We were going into injury time, and then Ray was in goal because Schmeichel was injured, and Ray's just had a routine save, and then Keon's absolutely smashed him.
Oh,
Remember
Keane.
that?
Proper
I remember
smashed
seeing
him.
the
Not what it
video
was,
back to that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
They proper
Got
smashed
away with it
him
and
on
everything.
purpose as
Got
well.
away with it and everything.
Oh, on purpose.
No, you'd be
That's
red
it.
carded. Yeah, I saw the
Just
video.
like
video.
Ray's a tough
Picture it,
guy.
come on, Annie.
Yeah.
We just stood, yeah.
Got away
Ray's
with
tough.
it.
Picture it, yeah.
Honestly, if Ray stays down, he's hurt.
So then at that
So I
moment
knew.
is when you
Yeah, and the turnaround, the physio Rob then at the time turned around and just goes like that to the gaffer. And gaffer goes, "All right, Nick, get yourself on," just like that.
Wow.
No warm up.
What minute later, come on.
no pressure.
Like, no
David.
pressure. We're 2-1 up. I'm thinking there's going to be loads of injury time here. I'm thinking, all right, fair enough. I felt good. I was playing well. I was in good shape. I was sharp. So I wasn't nervous about going on. I was actually looking forward to it because I felt like I'm going to come and take a few crosses here and like really feel myself into it and take a bit of pressure off. That's what I was thinking going on. No nerves. Adrenaline was pumping, obviously, and then I just get myself on. I run on. Just before it, Steve McLaren says, when you take the free kick, put it on Silvino's head.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough, and that's what we're going to do, that's what we're doing, so right. So I run on, as I run on, Henningberg says to me, "Nick, do you want me to take the free kick?" I said, "No, I'm alright, you can't take this moment away from me."
I'm having it.
So I'm taking the free kick as a goal kick,
Yeah.
and I'm getting dog's abuse, like
Yeah.
dog's
From Arsenal
abuse.
fans.
Arsenal fans are giving me getting stuff thrown at me, getting pelters
Wow.
all over, yeah. Still not
Coins and everything.
Yeah,
Not feared.
Yeah, no. So I placed the ball down, set it up for a goal kick like I do, and then getting this earache and all that. And I look up and over Martin in Bergkamp's still 10 yards away. Fucking free kick, isn't it? It's a free kick, and I'm thinking, if I shank this here and they score,
That's you,
Done.
done.
Careers. I can't get
Who's Nick Culkin?
I cannot get back on that court. Imagine it. And that thought went through my head. If I fuck this up now, I'm like, oh.
Is that what
no.
you kind of like felt like? You know, like
It just flashed in my head. Do not fuck this up. Luckily, I clipped it quite nice, exactly where I was supposed to put it. And me thinking there's going to be three or 4 minutes injury time, the whistle went as mid-air as the ball went, and you see me on the YouTube video. You see me celebrating.
I seen it.
Celebrating like a
in
woman.
front of United, in front of Arsenal fans.
But
everything.
yeah, celebrating. But that's how the games were that big. It wasn't just the first 11 celebrating. We were celebrated as a squad because that's what we were.
It's also a personal moment for yourself.
Oh,
isn't it?
massive, yeah.
And
It's an honour.
8-year-old me would have been sat at home watching that on the TV with my dad, watching
Yeah.
you trying to make his debut. I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
you have that, and then you've done that cycle, it's your dream, it's
So yeah, I've achieved my dream. I've got 500 quid for a clean sheet,
Yeah.
£600 was a win bonus then, so I'm like,
Favourite fee as well.
I've just like got
2
my month's
minutes
wages there.
you go out that night then or what?
No, I went for a Chinese. We got the coach back, so we're all celebrating afterwards. I remember Sir Bobby coming in saying, "There's no way you can claim clean sheet bonus for that." I had a smile, laughing. He was laughing his head off because all the directors they used to come in afterwards. I don't know if they're still doing that. I think it was a tradition, but it was brilliant. So. And then I remember Roy Keane asking me on the way back, saying, "Nick, how much did you get for the clean sheet there?" I said 500. And he was there playing cards, the gaffer and all that, and they were just laughing. And it was a great time to be at the club. It really was. And we got the coach back to Manchester, and I went for a Chinese with my missus and a sister and husband. So still in a bit like overawed by it.
Did you get noticed? So that moment then, when you went out, did you get noticed there, like United keeper there? Just
At that time, yeah.
21 years old,
Yeah.
22 year old around that time.
Yeah.
It would have been
it was that
headlines,
time.
weren't they, on papers?
Yeah.
Like Nick Culkin.
There was a bit,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah, it
time
was,
I was in and around the squad, and I was on like on the team pictures and all that. You know, start season, the big pictures, and there was a lot. Yeah,
I remember having I seen the picture. I remember having it on my wall because I remember having the green kit with Schmeichel on.
Yeah.
Got a kid that way.
Yeah,
I've got
that
squad
somewhere.
photo, aren't you?
Yeah.
I used to have it on my wall when I was a kid.
yeah,
Did you?
Yeah.
and that's
Big
it.
night for me,
I had
Yeah.
Corley signed shirt. He was like my fave. Andy Cole growing up watching it. He was
Great
just.
player.
I wrote phone to my
unreal.
dad before. I was like, do you know, he was like, yeah, you're not a keeper.
Yeah. I was with my mate. He was with my mate, and he's like, nah. I went, no, he's honestly. I sent the picture. I said, you know, he looked. He went, you know, he went, what a baller he was. Like he used to like watching like some of the games.
Yeah, I mean, a good time.
So-
Great time to be at a club.
Keno then, dressing rooms. What like the good thing, but what was he like? Was like he's that man what people feared to play against, but a great player. What was?
Roy has never changed. You see what you see is what you get.
Mm.
It's well documented. It's well documented what he was as a player and as a captain. For me, just a massive inspiration. When he looked at you and didn't say anything, like say maybe pass might have gone astray or whatever, you did not want to do that again because he'd be at you. He would be at you. He was. He trained hard, played hard. But I always got on well with him. Always got on well with him. We had. He would talk to us, you know, in the canteen and stuff like that. He wouldn't go and sit on his own or anything. He would mingle with the lads, especially the younger ones as well. But again, that's what it was like at the club at the time. It was one big squad, a huge squad, but an inspiration as a captain. Carried teams through it, carried the lads through it to get results many times. And like I said, it's all been well documented. Yeah, massive respect for him. Not seen him for a long time, to be honest. I know he's busy with his TV media.
He's always an overlap into every week.
Yeah,
every week
yeah,
and
brilliant.
stuff like that.
Brilliant, but yeah, he's great. I hope he gets another manager's job. So I love to see him.
good to see that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
would
do.
be.
But
Was there
massive
like
inspiration for me.
was there like big leaders in your dressing room? So when you got Roy Keane, so you got the likes of Beckham, Giggs, Scholes,
Yeah.
Solskjaer's, Neville's.
You could argue there was many leaders, but leaders in different ways. Like you would, let's say Eric was a leader, but a quiet leader, but he
People just follow.
yeah, he was just his aura would make you like
do well, yeah.
respect him and work for him and do what he wanted. And then you could say Gary Neville was a leader, just for his complete work rate, the way he trained every day, his consistency, his like desire, his attitude, and Phil as well. Both everyone leaders in different ways.
So when going back a bit, when you turned up from York to United, what changed? Like with obviously they train more days than what you were used to. Was it more intensity? What was it like the difference?
The whole thing. Well, at York we're training on a park for a start.
Wow.
With people walking with the
Well, they
most
sold you
jobs
for a
through
grand, didn't they?
through the training.
They weren't when you left. They were like, cheers,
the
lad.
whole thing, yeah. So you turn up. Obviously, you turn up at the Cliff. Obviously, the huge tradition of the Cliff. It's been there years. All the legends that have been there got changed there and trained there. So the whole thing, the professionalism of it, how it should be. The obviously the training. There's training, the coaches, the intensity, the will to win, the desire, and like, yeah, don't be late for training. Like all that sort of thing. Just put it in. That's what's drilled in to you from day one. Be professional and represent the club on and off the pitch as best you can.
Somebody like that.
You had the likes of
And
that.
that's still inbred in all of us today. There's no doubt about it, because
you see it.
you see it
someone
when
like
we
the Oxy
play
on the TV and
when we play in our exhibition matches. Although we can't run as much as we could, there's still that desire to win and represent the club. And it's beautiful to see, and it's beautiful to see some of the players who can still do like moments of magic. It's so good, but that is still inbred in us today. Do the right thing, even though we might not win. Playing against, like the other day when we were playing against kids.
Best teammates at United. Who did you like off the pitch? Knock around with.
Not really first team players, so I would knock around with players like in the reserve, so like a lad called Ronnie Warwick, who was a centre half, great lad one. John Curtis, who was he played a few first team games, he was another one. And just players like that in the reserves really. But then we'd obviously mingle with the first team if it was like a lads' night out or Christmas night out. We'd all mingle together more or less. Yeah, they were good times.
just going back, I was going to ask earlier, but something you just said then. So going back to your youth team days when you are 17, 18, like now they'll put them on courses, education. Was there any of that back then, and that could have been possibly where these values were put into as well? That obviously.
There was nothing like that back then. There was no courses like that, no media training. There was nothing like that at all. We did have to go to college once a week for a morning or something like that, but everyone took it as a day off.
Did you not turn up?
No one's interested. No one's interested really.
So you just did your YTS and then that was...
Yeah, we weren't interested, but that's all there was. There was nothing like that. Get your head stuck into it, get your head down, work as hard as you can, let's see where it takes. That's what I think that's everyone's mentality really at that club.
Right, so you did, obviously you did York, did United, 99 made the debut at Arsenal, did the treble winning thing. What happened after that then, after like the 99 season? What was the next step after that?
So after that season, the manager pulled me in his office and said two things. He said to me. He said, "I'm going to send you on loan, hang on a minute. Give me a second. Let me think of the. That was it. And the Cayman Islands wanted to go and play for them. All right, okay." He said, "You're not going to the Cayman Islands. You're not playing for them." All right. Honestly, I was a little bit gutted because you're supposed to get treated like absolute royal over there. It's like some British Isles.
Saying that. It's not you're not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. But he said, Bristol Rovers want you. I'm going to send you there for a full season. Now we played just before that came about. That move came about because we played them in Lee Martin, who used to play for United. Had just retired. He went down to Lee Martin scored he kick-started Fergie's like managerial play. He scored the FA Cup final goal, didn't he, in like 91 or something like that. He's great, absolute beautiful guy. And he could retire. He'd gone to Bristol Rovers and retired down there. And Fergie sent us a team down, and we were playing in the Charity Shield like a couple of days after. So he sent like a massive strong team down, Beck, Scholesy, basically the Charity Shield team, and they sold out at the Memorial Stadium, and it was a top game. Honestly, it was a great game, and I was on fire. I was playing against two players. Do you remember Nathan Ellington?
Yeah.
Wigan,
Yeah.
Wigan,
Yeah.
and Jason Roberts.
Jason
Top
Roberts.
strikes for Wigan.
Yeah, class.
And a lad called Jamie Curran as well, who was a top
Jamie
player,
Curran, yeah.
great player as well.
I remember him, yeah.
And I was on fire. I was on fire, and that's where the move came about. Ian Holloway was the manager then, and he must have spoke to Fergie after the game and said, "Can we have Nick for a season?" He's gone, yeah. So I ended up going. So he wanted to send me on loan. So that was my first loan spell. Bristol Rovers for a full season.
So were they
Brilliant time.
League 1 or 2 at the time?
They were League 1.
So just one below.
One, yeah, or League, yeah. So yeah, League 1.
Before Championship and stuff like that, wasn't it?
Started to later on, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I can't get my head around
I
sometimes.
don't remember it all now.
No, it's mad.
That's why I knew they were still around then.
I just remember
being
my
a bit
sticker
football.
collection going, hang on a minute, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, League 1. So I went down there, and that was a successful spell again. I was sharp, fit, playing consistent. I ended up going down there, playing 54 games down there,
Wow.
18 clean sheets
Wow.
in that season
Very good.
at that level,
Class.
and we got relegated.
What?
We got relegated.
Wow.
We
Oh,
couldn't
wow.
score
No
because they
goals.
sold them players. They sold
Oh.
Jason Roberts.
Right.
Is that
Curran,
when Ellington
we-
went to
we had
Wigan at
Nathan.
that point?
No, I wouldn't have done that.
He did at one point, yeah, I don't know if it was then. It might have been a bit early for him though. But they played together, didn't they, at Wigan?
He was a
That's
good
right.
striker though.
On the duels, wasn't it? All duels with
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
Jimmy Bollard were in there.
That's when I'm thinking that's later on, isn't it?
I'm not sure what year that was.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so they sold them. They cashed in on because both of them scored absolutely loads of goals the season before. So we couldn't score. We only had Nathan. Nathan was only a young lad then. Nathan Ellington, the Duke, as they called him.
Yeah, the Duke.
Great guy. I taught him how to take penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He asked me one day. He said, "How does and he said this on a podcast. He says, "How you scored loads of penalties, Nathan? What's your trick?" And he goes, "Oh, Nick Culkin taught me how to do that.
Wow.
He showed me how Eric Cantona did it.
Well,
That's what I did. We did it.
nothing better than
No, you be teaching him
He
his
still cut me a
tricks.
check, really, Nate. To be fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Front goals he
So should Cantona as well.
Yeah, so I met see Eric would practice his penalties in training and stuff like that. So I knew what he was doing. I never really saved many. He'd just wait.
Oh, so you picked it up from facing
So
him?
I picked up
Right.
from
Wow.
facing Eric's in
Yeah.
training,
That's mad.
innit?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
the
then
best
I
of
passed it on to
good.
Nath. Then Nath was
Yeah.
That's
successful.
a
with
real
it.
art.
Like I said, just waiting though, that was not a thing really, was
No.
it? Whereas now,
No,
that's
Bruno
the thing to do.
does it, don't he?
Yeah,
I think you
everyone
saw
does it.
Chloe Kelly do it last night, and she said afterwards, I mishit it after I did it because she was leg up,
Yeah.
and then the hesitation, but she did it previously in the penalty shootout, and she did it last night, and you could see, but she was quick
Yeah.
fire on the finish, wasn't she?
Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, so we ended up getting relegated, but it was a successful time for me. That I played really well. I think I played a year down there. I think,
Wow.
but I was happy with that, and then I went back to United.
So you're on loan back to United.
Then he sends me out again.
when were that too?
So this time, well, my first loan spell was actually Hull City. Before that was only a month. Before Bristol Rovers, I've missed that out. But Hull City was just over Christmas, just for a month. I went down there, maybe league debut away at Darlington, Boxing
Wow.
Day. Fucking freezing. This is league debut away at Darlington.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
oh my
Old
God.
round as well, old school.
What
round.
am I
And
So
you're
what am I
stood
turning
there,
up to,
you're just stood there. Like,
Oh, I'm like a young like.
We spent Christmas Day down there as well, didn't you?
No, we just drove up.
Oh.
I drove up on a day.
how old were
on
you
Boxing
then?
Day.
though?
I must have been 19, 18 or 19,
Wow.
maybe 19. And we drew 0-0, got off to a good start. And then he ended up playing 4 games to them, 3 clean sheets, and conceded 1 away, a couple of penalty saves in there. And then they wanted to sign me for the rest of the season, but Sir Alex pulled me back, so he wanted me in the Champions League squad for February.
Wow.
They had to put 25 players in, and I was one of them. So I had to go back.
So that could have been You don't
Yeah.
know where that could have gone. If you've only conceded one in 4, that could have. I mean, you don't know where.
Yeah, exactly.
You have some big names in that whole squad. Then it was like
Well, the whole player, I remember the college was Culkin United, and what's he called? Warren. It was a manager at Salford. Warren Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce. I was just going to say Joyce. I weren't sure if it was Joyce.
Warren
now.
Joyce. Yeah,
Quality,
he was the only one I can remember.
did all right at Salford though, didn't he? As well?
Yeah, I mean that whole city that was a great club, big club that. Yeah, so anyway, they go back through the Bristol Rovers, and the season after the Livingston move came about because we played another testimonial up in Livingston to open their new ground, I think. And again, I played well in that, and again that's when can we have him for this? No, they didn't want me for the season. They already had a keeper, but early on into the season, their first team keeper broke his leg, and that's when Jim Leishman, the Livingston manager, phoned Fergie up and said, "Can we have Nick for the season?" So I went up to Livingston then, and that was another successful time. We were going away to Hibs and Hearts and beating them there. We had a team full of Italians.
Yeah.
We had a feeder club in Italy. So, and we had a couple of obviously your Scottish players as well. So the balance was unique. The Scottish hardcore, and then the delicate Italians with the flair and the different way they're like
different breed, isn't it?
They're in Scotland, freezing their nuts off, by the way. Like, what is this? Like,
this everywhere.
Yeah, turning up, freezing in training. But we were tearing teams apart. Teams apart.
Was you in the Prem then as well?
Prem.
So you played Rangers and stuff in there then?
Yeah, we played away. We would have been. It's a would have been story, but we were playing away again on Boxing Day at Celtic, and full house full of absolute pissed up Scottish fans, and like 100 Livingston fans I could hear.
Wow.
And it was 2-2, right? And we would have been the first team to set points off them because they were just win, weren't they? And then my right back decides to try and take Alan Thompson, remember him?
Oh, yeah, Thompson.
Wow.
Tries to take him on in the last minute.
Oh, Cleo.
Someone takes it off him, puts in, cross it to Henrik Larsson, and Larsson's.
Well, Larsson there then.
Did Larsson play up front with him there then?
Larson's the best player I've played against in terms of centre forwards.
Wow.
You're unreal.
That
Remember
question
me?
served up for a bit.
Did you?
Yeah. For the best forward question, yeah. Cool.
Was Gravison not in that league, in that team then?
Who?
Thomas
Is that
Gravison.
before Real Madrid?
He was at Celtic then, no?
He was at Celtic.
He went to
Yeah,
Celtic
yeah.
then,
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
was at Livingston.
They had a great team, Lennon and all that.
What were he called? The captain.
Sutton.
He was nutter as well,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Barry
No.
Ferguson.
The bald-headed one, captain there.
You know, a bit
Is that
later,
right?
They only retired about 8.
Oh, he said to me.
I know what you mean as well.
He was nutter, wasn't he? He was there for ages. He was like,
He was still playing about 5 years ago, so
Yeah, probably
went
McGreedy,
back
Henry
then.
McGreedy, did he play as well?
Henry McGee there.
I have no idea. I have no idea. But
Phil
they
Phil
had a
at the back.
proper team, like Larson and Sutton up front, decent. And anyway, they won 3-2. But in that season we finished third, so we got in Europe.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's unheard of. I don't know how they're getting on now. To be fair, I don't even know what league they're in now. But yeah, that's just another good loan spell. Good loan spell. Yeah, but I ended up breaking my finger right near the end of it. And I had to come back right at the end. Last couple of games, but I think I put the young kid in for the last couple of games. But we'd already secured third spot.
Good that, innit?
Done.
But
Good
then,
that.
so then, end of the season, back United for Rangers.
Back to United, yeah. So my deal had come to an end. They'd offered me a 2-year extension.
On top of your 4.
Yeah,
Right,
so
that takes a
I
lot
signed
of
that.
that,
So I've gone up to 700 quid a week now, 700 and 800, £5 a year again.
That's another good one there.
Yeah,
Big
Wow.
contract.
that was my second contract there.
Big contract.
What's this 2002 now ending?
This is now, what year are we in? 2000, I think now, around that, yeah, around 2000, something like that. And then, maybe 2001 maybe. I can't remember exact dates on it. And then, yeah, so I signed another deal.
Right.
And then I'm back back at United. I think I did another season there. United just floating about the reserves, I think.
Wow.
Who'd you keepers there then, though, when you go back? Who did he have then?
So
Bosnich there then.
Bosnich.
Bozzy,
Bartes.
yeah, it was Bartes. But Bozzy had gone. Bozzy had gone.
Yeah.
Bozzy and
Aston Villa went it.
Bartes and
Or did he go abroad?
Roy Carroll.
Roy Carroll there.
Roy
Wow.
Carroll, yeah.
Another
So
good.
they were, yeah, and TB had come and gone.
He did he play once or twice?
He got Meg, did he buy Matt
Yeah,
Cissy,
Cissy,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had a
But
good
even that, it was that
Southampton,
howler that he did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
kind of just.
He was nuts. He had a rough time, but he went back to Italy and he smashed it. By the way,
He
He
was
did well after United.
Going back to the pressure of the badge,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Look at some of the players these days now, Anthony.
Yeah, we could
Di
go
Maria.
through a load of them.
Oh,
yeah,
Good,
yeah.
Jemba and all
Bartes,
that.
what a keeper, like, he was good for you.
Bartes was a clown. He never trained in goal. He
Yeah.
always played outfield. Yeah.
So what
So-
was thinking like obviously goes off the radar. Long twist
Great lad. Yeah.
seems a decent guy. I saw him playing. Like I remember playing.
Great
Come on,
crowd.
final and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Great.
But
crowd
he
of
just
squad.
didn't.
Top player.
Yeah.
Top player.
Looks
Even players like him, like Quinton Fortune.
Oh, fortune.
So
yeah.
so
He was good at Bolton,
Yeah.
actually, to be fair. When he
Yeah,
got
Fortune.
so
class.
needed them sort of players.
Was that your Darren Fletcher?
Well,
isn't
then
it?
when
Like,
you, is
like,
it because you've got your
top
likes
player.
of your Beckham and
Right.
stuff, you're not going to cut it, or like you're not going to cut it into there and did it make it?
No, they were top squad players. Yeah. Darren Fletcher played with him last season. He played in some charity games, and he was unbelievable. Let me tell you,
Was it?
he was
He was
unreal.
great in
It
midfield.
was beautiful to watch.
He still does. He still do that. He plays soccer, right? Doesn't he? The one they do
Yeah,
at
does he?
Old Trafford,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He does all them. But yeah.
Still waiting for me call for that. I've not got one yet.
You're listening up there, yeah?
There you go.
Get
Who's
get
the ITV?
Culkin in on this.
You got me better than Paddy McGuinness,
So
hadn't you? Do you know when you played it when you were at United? What were Yap Stam like? Was he scary or like everyone made out, or was
Yep,
he?
Stam broke me toe.
Oh.
What happened? Hey?
Cost me £5,000.
What?
Oh.
Devastated.
Hey?
He didn't do it on purpose. It just. So we were training at the cliff. It still hurts me today. We were training at the cliff, and I was in and around the first team, and we were going away. We had a Champions League qualifying game in Russia against a team called Lodz, Lodz or something like that. And I was in the squad travelling away. Ray was going to play, and we were just training at the cliff and crossing and shooting session. And there's a one-on-one with me and Yap. And I should have told this. I played in Malta with him last year as well.
You got him telling?
Yeah, and you try and tell him. You scared the shit out of him.
He's still
Yeah,
nuts
yeah,
now,
oh,
isn't he?
no, don't mess with him. And then, I saved his shot, and he's bent one-on-one. He's bent me toe right back, and I know, and you know when you know. I
Yeah.
didn't want to take the boot off. You can feel pumping there, I think. I'm flying tomorrow. I don't even think I can get away with this.
No.
Not with the gaffer.
Because we're going to have to train the night before. So took it off, it's black.
Wow.
I went for an x-ray, bust. And so I never went, and they won the game, obviously. Won the game. It's £5,000 win bonus.
Wow.
Big writing then.
But
Yeah.
Big now.
yeah, it was good. But then, I mean, some of the games I was subbing a quarter-final Champions League against Real Madrid at Old Trafford.
Wow.
£20,000 on that.
Ronaldo.
We lost it.
What?
Raul in that play then.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Morientes.
Yeah, it was like,
Ronaldo.
yeah, Ronaldo, yeah, they lost
Casillas.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 2002.
Yeah,
Roberto
Oh, you got the bench there,
Roberto
yeah.
Carlos
I
and
feel like
Yeah, all them.
all them lot with what a team.
in the black kit.
The black
Beckham's
kid.
got-
I think he did. He stayed at Man U.
no.
played.
free kick.
Not that game. I
Right.
know which game you mean. Roy Keane, I think he scored an own goal early on, trying to intercept and cross.
Oh.
And Ray was in goal. It wasn't a great night. We didn't play well at all. But yeah, that was me. That was one of my highlights. That I've been at United, been sub for that game.
Wow.
Obviously, when you walk out
People
full house.
around him.
European night at Old Trafford's
Wow.
special anyway, especially a quarter-final one. And get the music, the Champions League music.
Oh,
bet that give you
and-
shivers.
That was unreal.
Wow, that would
It was
have
absolutely
Old
amazing.
Look
Trafford.
at some of the people on the pitch, like you said, and then some of the players.
Yeah, some of the players. I've got the teams. I've got a
Some of them are
screenshot of
brilliant.
the teams somewhere, mate, and it's like, oh my god.
Carlos and that.
Yeah, there's my little name at the bottom. Yeah, so I'll
What,
take
you
it.
on
You
it?
just swap shirts
You
with
on
anyone?
I tried to get a shirt. No one wanted mine, but that's all right. I kept mine, but I didn't get a shirt in the end. They threw a load of in. But it was weird because they just threw shirts in the changing room.
Did they?
Yeah.
Pile.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to change them then. I can't remember if the gaffer let us. I don't remember us changing them on the pitch. It was always done afterwards in the tunnel or in the changing room or just swap a bunch of them.
You just do not like doing it on the pitch, then?
I don't remember him doing that. Yeah.
It wasn't really a thing, was it? And I just remember
I don't think
Beck's
so.
days when he's got his long. I can picture a picture of Beck's. He's just got someone else's top tucked in.
Yeah, walking off the pitch.
He
Yeah.
probably started there to get his body out for the cameras when it got
course he
done.
did.
Yeah, so you didn't know what was going to happen in the changing room.
He
You could have played
probably.
unbelievably well, and the gaffer might have seen someone and he's going to have a go at you, and he's going to pull the shirt into that as well.
And you got someone else's shirt and
Yeah, it ain't going to go well. So I don't remember us doing
So you
that.
say that about the changing room. Listen to the Michael Carrick one with Rio recently. He said they were 2-0 up on his
Yeah.
debut. You were buzzing. Got in change room. Even Giggs was like, right, Fergie's gone mad. But he was like, obviously shocked by it and had to keep him on the toes.
Yeah.
It happened with me. I made my first team appearance in a for the first team, the proper first team in a pre-season friendly away at Birmingham St Andrews, and I've been training with them all pre-season. Schmeichs was injured, so I was playing full house and stuff like that. They had a massive centre forward called what was he called? He was huge. He's about 7 foot.
Clinton Morris, all right?
No, he's huge, big guy. Can't remember his called. Anyway, but I'd done all right in the game. I kicked a few half volleys, sliced them out. But all in all, few saves. We lost the game, but as a debut, I was thinking, yeah, I think I'm walking. I think I've done all right. I cut just a couple misplaced passes, and the only thing the gaffer could think of was focused on me kicking.
Really?
The two things that went wrong.
Picked it out, yeah.
None of the positive saves, none of it, crosses, whatever. The two things that went, the two kicks and he went at it.
Give
at
you the
me.
edge right
Oh,
in the change rooms.
he just went at it. And I remember Phil Neville saying to me, "No, Nick, just keep me on your toes," which settled me down a bit, to be fair, which was nice from Phil to say. And then we flew to Norway the next day, but he just went at it. Just two kicks that went, the whole thing, the whole game. That was that.
Yeah. He's probably seen you coming out smiling, or he's seen that little smile,
Yeah, I was buzzing.
and he's gone, do you know what? We've lost. He's done that thing wrong, but that's how he
Back to work,
managed.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's
so
how he
it
managed
does
his
work.
squad.
So it
Yeah,
does work.
yeah.
It works.
That's how it was back in 9 minutes
keep-
of finishes.
You're going to work on your kicking until you're ended the contract.
If you did that now, the managers would be
Oh, he
there,
said
but
direct to you.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Did you
Remember
work?
it? Scarred me for life.
I've been guarding me working on my kicking.
Yeah.
I would have thought it to me anyway.
So then, from United, all them good days at United, since you went to law, you were at Bristol, Hull, Bristol, Livingston. What was the next chapter after that?
So United offered me another deal, but it was apparent I was now like coming on to 22, 23. I was never going to play for the first team, ever.
So this is what, 2002 we're saying?
2002 now.
Right.
And they just turned down a deal from Stoke as well, for me to go to Stoke. So
On loan
Wow.
or
I
sign.
think Stoke came in to buy me.
Wow.
I don't know the ins and outs of the deal, but I remember Stoke pulling me in Livingston saying, "We're going to come in for you."
Wow. Big move as well,
Anyway, so they turned that down and offered me a new deal. Maybe I don't know the reasons behind it, but then Ian Holloway gone to QPR, and they were in administration, and he rings me up and said, "Nick, why don't you come down here? We'll do you a 3-year deal and double your wages." So and you can play first team football, and I'd done well at Bristol with Ian. So
Premier League team QPR at the time.
they were
What?
they got relegated. They were in like League One, yeah.
Right.
So I turned the deal down at United. I went to QPR to sign the 3-year deal and play first team football.
Nice.
Yeah. Look, in hindsight, which is a beautiful thing we know, but maybe shouldn't have done that. I think I couldn't settle down at QPR. As much as I would love the playing there, and loved the fans. I couldn't settle my home life down. I couldn't. I
Is that
just
because
didn't feel
you
settled.
got settled? Obviously, you've been on loan, but you got settled at United. You've been there from 17. You've been at Ferguson. You've been home, haven't you? With all
Yeah.
so you had to move. Obviously, you had to move very soon.
Yeah, it was different as well down there. It's a hectic pace and people are different. But it just went wrong. I just kept getting injured. I went down there, I bought a house down there, but it was a new building. It wasn't ready till Christmas. I did what a typical goalkeeper would do, right? What am I going to do? So I priced up hotels. It was like ridiculous money to stay in a hotel for 6 months. And I had a missus and a young lad, Oliver. Wow. He was only like 2 or something like that. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy a caravan. So I bought a caravan.
You got more, yeah, that for a planet.
Mate, I had never lived this down since to this day. So I bought
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
It's class, it's different.
I love a caravan.
I've lived in a caravan.
So I bought a caravan for 10 grand. Right, and
All singing, all done.
why? So I thought, I'll just go to a caravan park, I'll just pitch you up, we'll pay whatever the fees are.
Even
What I didn't know is that you had to move the car. You couldn't stay on permanently. You had to move it like every 3 weeks. So but you couldn't stay there. You had to move to another caravan park. So I was driving around the M25 with my caravan every 3 weeks. I was everywhere. Like, what am I doing here? Like,
QPR with caravan back at car.
and my back was killing, sleeping in this caravan and all this
So
stuff.
you kidding missus in this or just yourself at this point? in the
The
caravan?
missus were living. We uprooted. I sold my house up here.
Right.
Oh
Completely
yeah.
gone.
I was all in at QPR. Like, I go down and concentrate. I'll make some of it.
They just parked it on like stadium car park.
Oh, mate, honestly, the lads ripped me for that.
Off the road.
I was there for 3 years, and they still ripped me when we had the reunion a couple of years
That's
ago.
brilliant.
It's class,
And,
lads. Love it.
Yeah, so I bought a caravan, mate, and I was driving around the M25 every
Maxim
3
Paddy
weeks.
moment.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
And this is what you're saying about keepers. This is where they're getting the name from.
Yeah, I
Doing
know.
bad stuff.
I know, mate. I know.
Yeah, keep
Class.
us
And that was it. And then I got in the house in just outside London in Stevenage. Bought a new build there, and got it at Christmas. And I sold the caravan, like made a loss on it, like 6 grand or something.
Get rid of it.
They said it had damp in or something. It didn't. No damp. It's fucking brand new. But I went, oh, has it? Oh, it's thick. Can only give you 6. All right, give us
Quick
cash.
sell.
Some Tyson Fury come
I
along.
got mugged off and everything. It was gullible.
They're still going that caravan somewhere as well.
Yeah, someone's still got
So
it.
back in his van outside.
It's worth a couple of million, you know that.
Oh, mate. So yeah, I bought this caravan, but it was a recipe for disaster because Ian always brought it up. He brought it up in that team meeting as well.
no.
That's right. What happened was I'd been playing and we were flying. I'd had 4 clean sheets on the bounce, and we drew against Tranmere on the 5th game where I was 5 minutes away from my 5th clean sheets, and it was going to be some kind of record. Anyway, we'd fucked up and it ended up being 2-2. Anyway, the lads secretly had a night out. 5 was going to have a night out in London, and so we've gone out, usual. And the lad called Kev Gallen, top player, legend at QPR, and a couple of younger lads, like another lad called Mark Bircham, he was a great lad as well. And we've gone out in London, and no one knew we were out. It was just under the radar sort of thing. But one of the lads, lad called Danny Murphy, I think he's coaching at Fylde now, the women's side. He'd got a taxi home and had an argument with the taxi driver. Right?
Sounds
And
familiar, this.
He took him to the wrong place. There must be two places in London that have the same name, and he took him to the wrong one. Anyway, he was kicking off the taxi driver, and the taxi driver took him to the police station. Dropped him off. Right? He had to spend the night in the cell because he started having to go to the police. So he had to, and then to get him out. Anyway, win the Ian always ended up finding out, call a meeting on the Monday morning. We're not thinking anything of it. He's got his board, and he loved the meeting. Ian loved the meeting all the time. And he's got his whiteboard, and he's put the dream team. Man, I'm looking at Kev Gallen. What the fuck's he on about here? I'm still half pissed, and I went out on a Sunday as well. And here's your name: Nick Culkin, Kev Gallen, Mark Bircham, Danny Murphy. I think might have been I call Marcus Bean as well. But the dream team, and it comes to me. What do you think you're doing going out? I said, oh, well, we're just fancy the blowout, Gaffer. You know, we're just team bonding and just giving it all the cliches, trying to think on my feet. He goes, who do you think you are? You bring your missus down here, you move her into a cunting caravan. Who are you? What are you? Who does that? And he's fucking going out there. He moves to Kev and this and that.
And the rest of the team are sat here.
And the rest of the team are in fucking
What's
stitches.
he said about him in cell then?
Oh, I don't know.
Was he still in cell?
Yeah.
Did he not make it?
Me and Kev having to go, damn, this is your fault, we're getting shit for this. Anyway, but yeah, it was a great night out, to be fair, but yeah, that caravan, was
So QPR
kept
didn't.
banter going. I think it was good for morale.
Could that have been related to your injuries?
Sleep.
Back.
I've seen the beds. I've seen the beds in the caravan house sleeping one. Honestly, my toes used to stick out. Me, I like crouch at end of bed.
It ain't great. It's not great for professional footballers to go and do that.
Probably not.
Not in again.
Funny, though,
best life
Yeah, it's a good story.
Great story.
That's great. The thing is, it's what you do in them moments, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to do it, don't you, sometimes, though, just to crack on with what you're doing as your career.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get in
So
situations you can't do it.
How did that QPR end? Obviously, you said you did 3 years there.
So yeah, the first season we lost in the playoff final against Cardiff. I was sub that day. I was in and out the first team. Like I said, I couldn't settle, couldn't keep in place, didn't feel quite fit enough or sharp enough. And then the second season, I was in and out again, and that's when I got my injury. I was away at Swindon, and I just sweeping up outside my box, they hit me on a counter attack. I came out with a 50-50 challenge with their winger, fair challenge, smashed each other dead fair. Well, I mean, I've just got back in the team and I see my knee blow up, blow up, and I think I can't come off. I've just got in the team, and I absolutely ruined it playing on. Ruined it, did load more damage to it, apparently, which made sense. And the swelling never went down for years.
Is that when you retired then?
So I ended up, so I got injured then, but we got promoted that year. We probably kept the same team. And then I was injured for the rest of my contract. And it was coming towards the end of the contract. I had a meeting with a specialist, and specialist just said,
you're only 26, 27 then, aren't you?
26, yeah. And they said there's nothing to do.
So that.
They'd had 3 operations on it.
Wow.
What had you done?
So I'd smashed all the cartilage behind my kneecap, shattered it. There's a big hole in it like that, about the size of a penny.
Oh.
So I was hitting bone on bone, and there was cracks coming off it. And so
when you played on?
Then I played on, So it wasn't a great thing to do, but
So that brought your career to like.
yeah, that was it. Stopped, finished. Yeah, finished. After that meeting, I went home. Bought a house back up here. QPR paid me up. I went back down for a night out. We had a bit of a send off for myself that the lads organised, which was great. It's a story in itself. But,
Wow. Great, what a great season that though.
Yeah,
So
it was
like, coming from York, you won't hear of anyone now going from York, someone getting spotted at York, and then you find yourself at 17 at United. That's just
Massive.
right. Shall we do a few quick fire questions?
Kinda, yeah. I was just going to ask.
Go on.
Because you did come back playing, didn't you, after that?
I did, mate, yeah.
Like
I
for
rested
Borough?
it. Yeah, well, I'll give a quick outline of it. Yeah, so I rested it for about 5 years. But I always kept myself, well, I was piling weight on, I was drinking a lot. And I wanted to get myself back fit again. So the only way I knew to get fit in my head was goalkeeping training. So I was doing a lot of goalkeeping training with a guy called Scott Healer. I got myself back fit. And my son said to me, why don't you try again, Dad, in non-league? He was about 7 or 8 then, or something like that. And so I said, yeah, you know what? So I ended up having a trial for Radcliffe Borough at the time. And in trial. I'm like, what? Anyway, they offered me a deal. They offered me a deal of 65 quid a week. And I played 2 years there, really successful time there. Again, picked up quite a lot of accolades, got the team of the year and stuff like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and then
They still do well.
they offered me, they doubled my wages for the 3rd season. And I was just a couple of games in, and they come to me, Nick, we can't pay you. So I saw my arse and left. So you know what? I'll give
That
it
you
really
done
soon,
that, with that
decent
you done
years,
again then.
fixing me up. And I left, and then I went out to a guy out at Press Up Cables for 5 or 6 games, and then FC United came in. I went there as a player, then stroke coach more. I was more coaching, more on the coaching side. So I was on the playing side. I only played 3 or 4 games for him, and then I was coaching there with Carl Marginson for 4 years until he left. And I left with him.
Did you play Brighton in the FA Cup then? One of the cup.
No, I won there then.
Was you not there then? I remember because I went to that game and that Bruno played that ball. Bruno.
Couple of seasons
I
after
was watching
that,
it.
wasn't
Yeah. Yeah, good times. They were
thought you were
brilliant
there.
times then at FC United. Really good times
They
then.
played at Gig Lane then, though, didn't they?
Yeah. 4,000 every day.
Yeah, it was very
Class,
good.
I
Awesome.
haven't watched it a few times.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
FC.
Proper there. It's not like that now. It's
No.
not like that now. It's died off a bit, I think.
How's that?
I
It's
feel like
Cantona not
that.
took over there, right?
I read
FC
that,
United were a
yeah,
bit
fair
hyped
enough.
back in the day though. But like you had the hype, you had the following just like ended up going that. They had the crowd there, especially in the early days when they started.
It's all the United fans, yeah.
Remember that?
Fair play to them.
It was class.
A couple of my mates went down for trials and like played a few games when they first started out at FC United, and then to look back then and going, yeah, well, I played when it first came about, and then look at the team that they turned into. That local lads just trialing, didn't they? And like,
Well, it was just,
Yeah.
it was semi.
it was all
Semi-pro
fans,
team,
fans,
that's
wasn't
right,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
well, that was good. Some good stories there.
The
yeah.
Caravan's
We've got
best one
questions
there.
now.
Caravan
Right, go
was-
back, Caravan.
Yeah.
on
When
that
Alex,
one.
quick fire.
Quick fire questions, Nick, yeah?
Yeah.
Favourite food?
Right, that's a great shout. Favourite food? I've got some boring. I like good steak and chips.
Favourite hobby? What you do?
Hobby? Oh, cold water dipping.
Oh, love it.
Never done that, mate.
Love
Didn't
it. I
try
was
that.
mint. I've got an actual ice bath in the back garden.
Yeah, do it.
and
I
that's what
facilitate, I did a
That's
course
what I
in it,
did.
yeah.
Cost me 50 quid. So I did it proper at Resi. Loved it. So
Gary Neville or Phil Neville?
Oh, gas.
A lot of people say that. It must be boring, Phil.
Feels boring. They're both boring but beautiful guys.
I was going to say your best and your worst players played against. Obviously, you said the best was Larsson.
The
So
best centre forward I played against were against.
I mean, played against them with. Sorry, not.
Yeah, the best is Henrik Larsson. He scored so many goals past me up in Scotland. Could never get a read on him.
And then ended up getting United, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little loan spell he had.
Best player I played with is going to be Scholesy and Eric.
Yeah, thought it'd be them, but
Really
you
smash
got
it,
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
especially when the names like you want to get them out of there. don't you?
Yeah.
It's all
really
right.
smashy penalties at you. You
Yeah.
just like.
Scurry's ground you played at with fans.
Millwall away.
And I knew you were going to say that, you know, I had a funny
Millwall
feeling
was lost
watching it.
3-0.
Down at the den.
Brutal place.
I bet you there was the atmosphere there. You just felt it before you pulled a big
brutal,
card,
they
didn't
were
you?
brutal. They were flying as well at the time.
Worst haircut player? Had the worst haircut you played against?
Against or with?
Oh, both. do
Against, that's a tough one. Against, I can't really think of. Worst, I'm going to go Mark Bircham, QPR. He used to dye it blue.
That
Match the kit.
Lundberg
Yeah.
used to do that, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's a QPR fan. He's a QPR
Yeah.
fan, so he's born and bred. So I understood it to a certain extent, but the colour wasn't the colour. It was just the style.
Who's like the biggest clown in like the changing rooms you've been in? Who could be like who could light up that?
Probably myself. I'm one of them. I'll be in that sort of pack. The goalkeepers usually are.
Yeah. There we go. Go
Um,
back to it being crazy keepers.
There was a few at the United gigs even, but he were brilliant in the first team dressing room there. They were great in there for keeping the spirits going and banter and that. Other teams, I'm trying to think. Go back to QPR. I'm just saying me.
Yeah.
One player you'd pick playing five-a-side out of all the players you played with.
I'm trying to think of anyone else because Scholes has just jumped straight in. Because why wouldn't he? But I need a centre forward, don't I? I really fancy a centre forward that I played with.
Yeah? In your career, yeah?
Played with or against?
Played with.
Best centre forward that I played with. It's got to be in terms of finishing. I'm going to go Yorkie.
Oh, class.
Yeah, he was.
Yorkie, and then Coley's in there as well. If I can have two, I'll have them two.
Right.
Up front.
And the red
I
ball
was just
drop.
going to ask you, York, Cole or York.
I'll just go my next question as well.
Them
But
two up front, but I can't choose them. They were beautiful together, them two.
yeah,
Funniest own goal you've conceded, but not your own own goal. So obviously, a teammate's own goal.
I can't remember this. I don't think I had many of them. I don't. Our teammates. Oh, I was away at Leeds. I remember it. Yeah. Oh man, this is horrible. Playing at Ellen Road. Playing at Ellen Road, mate.
great question.
Reserves. They'd sold 15,000 tickets for it. We had Teddy Sheringham playing for us. A couple of the first team players. Brutal place. There's a left back called, I think it was Lee Roach, and he's going to give me a back pass, and I give him an angle away from the goal, just in case I might miscontrol it, just goes out for a corner or whatever. Roach is not looked up, passed it towards a goal with pace, fucking just goes straight in.
You just stood there.
I just stood there, I couldn't get it. No, you can imagine what it's like at Ellen Road. There was 15,000 in there.
Was you behind all
Brutal.
Leeds fans?
Even my
Wow.
dad was in there as well. I'm like, oh.
You stood behind all Leeds fans?
Yeah, we went 1-0 up as well. Yeah,
Oh.
we went 1-0 up and we lost
Scary
5-1.
place,
5-1.
Wow.
We got absolutely roasted after
Wow.
that. That was a disastrous game.
Funniest football chant you've heard, Michael, when you were playing? Could be anything this way.
There's a funny one at FC United. What about myself?
Not just in general, the funniest you've heard when you've been in between the sticks. You played at Millwall.
I bet
didn't
you get the
Get
oh
all that.
every
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
don't you?
all that stuff. Yeah, I used to love having banter with the players and with the fans and that. I really did. Brilliant. There's loads in there. The one at FC United about myself. Hokey one night. Oh, Hokey. On that.
I love the yip style one.
Just don't want to play now.
Yes, yeah. I must play about maybe 12, 15 games a year. Played a couple of games for Stretford Paddock.
Good side as well. Good
Yeah,
setup, very
great
good setup.
setup. Steve got some great stuff going on down there. Where he wants to take that club, he's got big ambitions, and he does it right. He doesn't it right. So I'll fill in for them if they need be this season, or maybe Horwich RMI.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome.
There we go.
So,
See you
Get
training
it.
tomorrow, yeah.
Eagerly away tomorrow, Nick.
Oh, busy.
I think that's
Good one, mate.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
cheers.
it.
Top man, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Top man, mate. Thank you very much.
Top man. Cheers for that, pal.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Enjoyed that. Easy one.
Sit there all night.
I could actually sit here all night with you, Nick, to be
We'll have
fair.
to do a part two.
Like a literally
Yeah, just let us know, Nick.
It's the slows, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.